Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we are unboxing the new McFarlane NK figures. Now before I even get started, most of you guys are probably wondering like where's the content. Well, that's because I recently had to go to the ER room. If you guys follow me on my Instagram, you guys would know that over the last week I got a blood clot in my lungs, so I unfortunately had to go to the hospital, spend a whole week in the hospital, but now getting better. So I had a video planned uh, for this for at least a couple days in when I was in the hospital. I probably scrapped that because just the way I was talking in that video, you could just tell something was wrong. I was in deep pain. I'm even surprised I made the video, to be honest with you. And plus, just the quality of it wasn't really the best. It wasn't my all. It was basically 50% of me trying to just get the video done so I could just get it out there. So I decided to 100% scrap that. But in that video, I had recently got in the new Lex Luthor, which is really unfortunate because I had a special clip planned for that, as well as the Dark Side, which really he's like really Lex Luthor in a Superman power suit, and then obviously the throne that comes with it. I guess I could give my quick review on them. I mean, they are okay figures. I mean, the articulation on them was pretty well. I mean, look at that. For a Lex Luthor figure to do that, who's basically almost touching the back of his own head, is pretty good as well. The color of them on the promo shots don't really do it justice. I think they kind of do look a little bit better in person. Purple could have been a little bit better though, in my opinion. And then one of the biggest things I had with this figure was like the face. He's looking off in a certain direction. I don't know why my thing's not picking up on it. But he's looking off in a certain direction, and I kind of don't like that. I prefer my figures to be centered, really, as well as there's a little scraping in between the eyes as well. Kind of like they were probably when they were molding it. Got little scratches up inside of there. But other than that, I think they do look pretty well. The Dark Side is basically, they're basically the same bodies, really. Of course, barely swivel on the legs, on the thighs, let's just say. And everything else does look pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Just the small little details going all around the figure absolutely nails it as well. Like I said, articulation is pretty well. It does the shoulder press does prevent the figure from raising his arm up all the way. So there is that. But yeah, those were those two figures as well. But let's get on to the MK figures, which we do have right here. So I got mine's in from Amazon, had them on pre-order, just in case if I messed out. When I was messing around with it, I was a little bit worried because I kept hearing rumbling, and that's because the knife fell out of the pocket, which is okay. But here is the Joker from MK11 as well. He's not your typical Joker when you think of Joker, I'm gonna be honest with you, but you know, it is the MK version of him. So we'll take a better look out of packaging. And then Amazon shipped this big gigantic box for one action figure. I'm not really the hugest fan of these boxes. Just give me a smaller box, man. Oh, let me go ahead and put this away before I cut myself as well. And then I got the Kotal Kahn. It's one that I was super excited for, one I was waiting for a while. I wanted an action figure of him. Of course, there was multiple ones I would have preferred if they would have made before him, but I did want an action figure of Kotal Kahn. So we could finally mess around with a Kotal Kahn and finally have the Khans to go up against each other. Him and a Shao Kahn, which would be absolutely freaking amazing. Super dope to get him. Of course, he's another emperor as well. So there's that. So now let's go ahead and take them out of box and mess around with them. Okay, guys, so when you take out the Joker out of the box, this is what it looks like. And overall, I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, from far it looks like Joker, of course. Obviously you got the green and the purple, but when you look at the up close on the face, look at that. Look how horrible that right eye looks. Really not the best. When it comes down to it, the hair is something, I don't know. Is it me or just something just looks off? I don't know. It's just me. It has to be just me. But something just looks off when it comes down to the face. I don't know what to tell you guys. But I love how, if you guys can definitely see in the box, the promo box, he has a hand that's gripping this this cane pretty well as like, I'm gonna try to replicate this design. How did Todd get his leg to shift like that in front of him? Did he put it like this? Because from my action figure, looks like the leg could barely even turn. So how did Todd get this to look like that? Did he bend the knee just a little bit? And like, how did he do that? Did he twist? Yeah, I think this is fake. Let's see. Okay, so it's kind of, it's a little bit different from like the three Jokers we have, where the cane doesn't go down all the way, really, and then this hand kind of doesn't really open up all the way. I mean, it does, but it's hard to get it to stick. Get the hand to open up. Honestly, it's not the fingers. It's more the thumb. The thumb, it's really hard to get it. Either way, let's just show it off right quick. So here is the cane. It has like a little skull on it, with a little pickaxe. Does look pretty well. I mean, it's a cane, really. And then here's the knife. The knife does look pretty well. He uses this in the video game as well. And then the overall design of it, I mean, it does look pretty good. If you guys notice me with deep breaths, that's just part of the whole situation I'm going through. So I really apologize for that. But yeah, here's that. Overall design, it does look pretty well. I just not really feeling the face. And then the accessories. I mean, if Todd in the future, I mean, I say this all the time. If Todd could add some more hands to actually just for the accessories, and if he wants to raise the price on these, I would 100% buy them. 100%. Give me different head sculpts that look well. I mean, his head sculpts are kind of proving to be notoriously horrible. So there's that. You guys saw the articulation a little bit, so let's go ahead and mess around with it, see if he could actually bend. I mean, it can't do a double knee. I just don't get how he could just bend forward. I mean, it's just, to me, it feels impossible when it comes down to that. So there's that. Arms is okay. Hands. swivel on the forearms, not really. Head, everything, and everything feels so tight. I don't understand that as well. But he does nail he does his job into being the MK11 Joker. So I'm gonna try to get him to hold the cane and get this in a certain position. So let's go ahead and try to do that. Okay, guys. So I got him gripping the cane, almost all the way down. I mean, it's not really all the way down, because if I try to force it down a little bit more, he's just gonna unhook it, basically. But that is the most I can do. I mean, I would prefer the cane to be just a little bit longer, so it's actually touching the ground without me trying to push in the hand. See, as soon as I push in the hand, he just releases it, which is really unfortunate. And I did my best to get him to open the hand up all the way as much as possible. So there's that. I mean, it just kind of just looks a little bit awkward until I could get it into a final pose. But this is how I'm gonna use my Joker. You know, I want him grimacing. I want him showing off the knife, him holding on to his cane, and then I'm gonna get him in a final pose. So there's that. So now let's go ahead and mess around with Kotal Kahn. But first, here's a cool clip from the Joker.
There a reason you've come back?
Don't worry. The punchline's coming soon.
Over my dead body, clown.
Round 1. Fight. Save the day.
You haven't seen crazy.
Fight.
Okay, guys, so here is Kotal Kahn, and overall, I like the design of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of wish it was brought out just a little bit with the color, because it's kind of like oversaturated just a little bit. But I feel like Todd absolutely nailed it. Now, the only big problem I have is actually the head. I mean, he's kind of his face is kind of too shiny, which I'm not really liking that about it. But from far away, that's Kotal Kahn, 100%. Like, that looks like Kotal Kahn. But like I said, I just don't understand why the face is actually so shiny. I feel like it's too shiny to my liking. But other than that, it does look pretty good. And plus, when you put it off to the side or have him like in a fighting pose, it doesn't really like it doesn't affect it, because when you actually look at it from the side, he just looks like Kotal Kahn, especially because of the long hair. You know, his helmet, absolutely freaking crazy how it looks. Oh my god, so dope. So anyways, as far as everything else, it does look pretty well. I love this whole design. Kotal Kahn is known for having like ancient stones made of like these weird stone-like figures that comes out from the ground. It's hard to explain, but they kind of look like these. So I love the whole design of that. That looks freaking dope as well. Then the white paints that going all around his body. He's known as a Aztec warrior god, basically. So that's what I mean by that as well. And he controls like the sun. Well, he doesn't control the sun, but he has like the power of the sun, basically. So he likes to burn people with his rays, power moves as well. I mean, he could turn into a freaking cougar, which is so badass as well. Articulation, I could just tell from right away, isn't the best. Just look how far that is, not even really touching his back. Just by even holding the figure, you could tell articulation isn't really that good. As long as the arms can raise, that really loots everything else because of this huge gigantic sword that he has. I call this hammer swords because it's kind of like him. It kind of bangs. It's not your typical sword. It's more as a thrust sword, basically. You guys played Bloodborne, you guys know what I'm talking about. But super dope as well. I just love the whole design of him. I mean, he just looks so badass. And let's see, he could raise his hands up all the way. So dope. I mean, you could have him face off against Shao Kahn, and you could just tell he's just gonna be as badass as Shao Kahn as well. So there's that as well. Absolutely love this figure right away, man. I mean, like I said, you sacrificing articulation a little bit for the design, basically, and I would take that just a little bit. Like I said, the head could have been a little bit better, but I love like the feathers. It's not really his hair, but it's kind of like the feather that looks so good. What is this? Little paint got on his back, red paint. But anyways, he just looks badass, man. Oh my god. But anyways, I can't end this video without showing you how badass Kotal Kahn is. So there is that. Hope you guys enjoy that as well.
Outworld should serve the Khan.
A true Khan serves Outworld.
You know nothing of power. Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight. Fatality. Kotal Kahn wins.
Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did enjoy this, please consider liking and subscribing. Helps the channel out tremendously, keeps me motivated, keep doing videos just like this one. If you want to see more unboxings from McFarlane NK figures, hopefully there's more come in the future. You want to subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss any of those videos. So while you want to see more pictures of these two badass figures, you know, either me facing off with some of them, especially Kotal versus Shao Kahn, like I had to do a face off between them. I mean, I'm not really when I post them, they're more for like how would I say this, they're more for information, you know, for me to get my my YouTube channel out there, basically. So I'm not your most highly detailed, you know, highly skilled photographer who goes out there and takes the most craziest photos, but I only post enough to where I'm try to get my information out there as much. But I do post, you know, certain figures facing off against each other. Maybe I could use like background photos or something. But anyways, but yeah, that is pretty much it. Like I said, we're gonna try to get better our health wise. I apologize for the lack of videos, you know, but I had to get my health better first, so there's that. But anyways, guys, you guys have a wonderful, amazing day, and see you guys.